So Matt, first of all, explain what's taking place behind you here.
Sure. Today is a Matt Kelly for State Senate Ice Cream Day. What we're doing today is we're trying to give back to the community. I've been so fortunate to be a Franklin Town Councilor for the last 10 years and on the school committee for 2 years prior to that. And we try to give back in Franklin as much as we can. And as your future senator, I'll be doing the same thing. Try to give back as much as I can. So we thought it was a great day given the hot weather we've had, not today necessarily, but in the last couple weeks, to come out, have the parents be able to meet me and have a conversation with me if they'd like, socially distancing of course, and have the kids be able to get an ice cream and enjoy an ice cream while their parents are meeting hopefully their future senator.
You certainly have name recognition in Franklin. You're a member of the town council. You have Betty Poirier here today. Everyone knows Betty, and if Betty's endorsing you, that certainly pulls a lot of weight here in this area. It's such a big district, though. How do you get your name out across the entire district?
It's a great question. So as you said, I live in Franklin, and Betty is supporting us. She's fantastic. I've known her for years, and when I told her I was running, she said, "This is fantastic. I'll support you 100%. And people like Betty and Jay DeLisio and Attleboro and the 7 councilors that have coming out to endorse me in Franklin know what I'm about. They know that I am a hard worker. They know I come from a common sense background, and they know that at the end of the day, I'm going to lead with my heart and do what's right for our community and all of our communities. And to get my name out is a great question. And this is events like this. We want to get out there. We want people to know that we're here. We've got a lot of voters right now that are out there wondering what it's going to look like. And this is a state issue. We're not playing on a national field. What we're looking at is what we can do to work with Charlie Baker and the state representatives and the state senators to figure out how we're going to bring community money back to our communities and really work for the people within our communities. We haven't seen that over the last 2 years, and I look forward to representing them and being in each one of the 12 communities I'll represent every single week and do everything I can to fund them and work with their legislators within their own community.
I'm sure there's people watching this. They see the sign behind you, says "Meet Matt" in the middle.
That's right.
They're saying, what does that mean?
It's a great question. Everybody on a national level has made this a Republican versus Democrat. This in our state is not a Republican versus Democrat. This is who you want for the next 2 years or more to represent you. And I want people to know, as a Franklin Town Councilor, I have always been nonpartisan. We get elected as nonpartisan. And I plan on serving our state the same way. I might be running as a Republican, but I'm right in the middle. I can listen to both sides, and I can understand where both sides are coming from and work with them on a day-to-day basis to figure out what's best for our communities, not what's best for me or what my national agenda is or what my agenda is. At the end of the day, it's what's best for each community's agenda, and meet us right in the middle. Let's get this done, Republican or Democrat.
You actually, along with, I think, your campaign manager, knocked on my door, going door to door in Attleboro a couple of weeks ago. One of the things you mentioned was the fact that how often is your current state senator in this district? How often do you see her? How important is that, especially in this neck of the woods?
It's a great question. You should see your senator a lot. Just like you see Representative Poirier anytime you walk down the street. I know Kevin, her husband, has a sign out on Main Street. She's out. I walked down Main Street the other day with her on Thursday. Everybody was waving. If I walk down Main Street in Franklin, everybody waves. You should see that senator a lot. You're currently not seeing that representation. What we've been told from not only Franklin, from North Attleboro to Wellesley, Natick, and Attleboro, Plainville, they are saying they haven't seen her, and neither have I. I represent Franklin on the town council, and it took us three asks to get her here into Franklin. So for me, I want to be there when I'm asked to come by your town legislators. I'm going to be there, and I'm going to represent you, and I'm going to turn around and do everything I can to answer the questions. That's an important part of this job, is to be present.